Hey everyone, Shebim here and welcome back to more Newcastle United career mode. Right, it's been a while since the last time it's been yesterday, isn't it? But on the grand scheme of this, it's been a while. I decided to push through. We were going to come back obviously for the two Champions League games, but for some reason we got a game squished in the middle, so it sort of lost it a little bit. Right, so since the last time I saw you beat North Ferriby 6-0. So remember the last episode I was talking about how I thought we should get rid of Lee Thomas in the summer. He scored 4 goals against North Ferriby. Then he scored against Manchester City as we beat them 2-1 in the league. Antonio Lazzarini scored the opening goal. Then we conceded 2 to get knocked out of the British Cup by Southampton. I was not happy about that at all. We then beat Bury 4-0 in the FA Cup before losing to Charlton in the Bright Stars Championship. This was a big hit for me because this is the one competition that I feel that we're the strongest in. And to get beaten, it was disappointing. Again, it happened on an international break. All the Bright Stars Championship matches always happen on international breaks. We really struggle until later on in the competition. We're out of that now as well. Although we did knock Manchester City out of the All-English Cup for a goal from Nicholas Jones. We then got a 1-1 draw in the Champions League against Atlanta before beating Southend United 3-0 in the FA Cup. 2 goals from Lazzarini and 1 from Zwart as well. So today's episode we've got an away game against Wolves, an away game with flying all the way to Brazil for a game against Internacional, our final game of the group stages, before an away game against Leeds in the league as well. So without further ado, let's get straight into Wolves. And I've already pressed the button by mistake, so we're ready to go. Here we go. Right, in goal. Steve Corbett continues his little run because he's annoyed about not playing enough football, so we're playing him again. At the back on the left, we're going to go with Antonio Luis. The 2 centre-backs are going to be Marco Costa alongside Stepanovic, because we do have a couple of injuries and suspensions to other centre-backs. So Vojislav Stepanovic gets his first Premiership game for the club. A player we brought on a free transfer last season because his contract come to a close at his last team. Tom Coates plays at right back. I mean, he's a good player, Tom Coates, but his stats always worry me. They don't look that good, do they? The 2 centre mids are Antonio Lazzarini playing alongside Patrick van der Ven. And the 3 attackers, we have got Nuno Coelho playing at left attacking mid. We have got João Ribeiro playing at central attacking mid. We have got, playing his first Premiership game, Abdoulaye Nguessen, who's apparently had quite a rise the last, this season so far. He's had a new contract and so forth, so I thought I'd give him the opportunity to show what he can do in a league game. And then up front, we have got Brian Santana. 31 goals in 47 games in the Premiership so far, the previous 2 seasons. He'll be looking to add to that because he's no longer our top goal scorer this season. He's joint with Finer and Zwart, so which is good for those players. But of course, those players have played a lot in some of the... Well, they've played a lot in the Champions League. They've also played in the other cups as well, whereas Santana has been solely really used in the league. A yellow card. Oh, I thought it was a yellow card already. It's not. It's just because Wolves are in yellow, aren't they? Right, so with 99% possession the first 4 minutes, that was good. That's how I like it. There's going to be a early kick. If I remember correctly, Wolves is a team we've struggled against a lot in the previous couple of seasons. They've got one really pacey player who I believe is Adama Traore. And Nguessen's stolen the ball here, though, and creating the counter-attack. This is his big chance to show what he can do, and it's a bit of a... It was a good run, don't get me wrong, but the end was a bit of a weird sort of long shot from him, which didn't really make a lot of sense to take. But hey-ho, this is good for him to have this game anyway, because it's going to help improve him. We've also got Baluta on the bench, Finers on the bench as well. Lazzarini's got a free kick here. We know how good his free kicks are. Hits the angle and it's cleared by Richards, but it looks like we are looking much stronger in this game. I said we've struggled against Wolves the last couple of years, so hoping we can hold on this time. They've got a free kick now off the crossbar as well. So we're doing well in the league so far. 5 wins out of 5, which I'm very impressed with, to be honest with you. But also we're out of the British Cup, the British Champions League, and the Bright Stars Trophy we're out of now. So we're only in the FA Cup and the All-English Cup, which is probably a blessing in disguise, just to be able to reduce our fixtures down a bit, to be honest. I would have preferred to stay in the Bright Stars Championship. That's the one we had a chance to win. That's the one we won last season, of course. Let's say calmly that I'm far from pleased with what I've just seen because we're not in the lead. But of course the league is a big one for us to go for as well. Again, we just want to make sure we finish top 6 so we can get ourselves in the Worldwide Champions League again. Here's Van der Ven. Coelho. Back to Van der Ven. Finds Antonio Luis on the left. It's a ball into the middle. Santana headed just over. Lazarini's struggling, so I feel like we probably should bring on Nicholas Jones in place of Lazzarini, just for energy wise, and then probably let's bring on Lee Thomas in place of Ngessen just to give us that extra strength. Here's Ribeiro. Costa. Forward to Coelho. Here's Lazzarini. Antonio Luis. Ball into the middle. It's headed clear. It's going to come as far as Coates though. Back to Stepanovic. Big ball over the top looking for Ngessen. Finds him. Ball into the middle by Ngessen. Santana heads it over. Good ball in though. And that was Ngessen's last part of the game. He's got a good 60 minutes under his belt today though. Didn't really set the world on fire, did he? But no one on our team has really. 66 minutes in. There's another highlight coming. It's a goal kick from Wolves, which Stepanovic heads clear, but only as far as Tomala. Back to Rodriguez. Lee Thomas chasing down the defender, Wassi. It's Schlovler on the ball now, out wide to Richards. Into Vaj. Tomala. Back to Rodriguez. Wolves are really playing it around here. We're trying to chase them down as much as we can. There's Coates to Stepanovic and Costa. Right, we come out with the ball once again. Antonio Luis. Making some good movement down the left-hand side, Luis. There's a ball into the middle. Santana's there. What a goal! Antonio Luis, great wing-back work to sprint down that line. And into the back of the net it goes. Brian Santana with the goal. And we lead 1-0. Look at this. Antonio Luis gets the ball here. Look at this run. Great player, Antonio Luis. And that cross, again, is fantastic. And Santana's header is perfect as well. A good all-round team goal there. Oh, we're going to check the offside. He's miles onside, look. There you go, look. He's the yard. Just completely outrun the opposition. Right. Okay. Let us... Oh, no, I was going to bring on Finer, but we don't need to bring on Finer, actually, do we? It's normally Coates. We need to find another young right-back to go on the bench, because it's always... Let's bring on... I'm going to bring on Clayton in place of Coates. Just because Coates always is the one who gets knackered very easily. I know Clayton's a left-back, really, but just for the last 10 minutes, just to protect Coates, and hopefully I'm not going to end up... feeling the punishment of playing a left-back at right-back. Although I feel like I'm going to here, you know. Here's Brass. There's Reed. There's the goal. I don't think I can blame Clayton for that one. It was he came quite in field, but it wasn't the reason we conceded, to be honest. It's the two centre-backs who lost Dean Reed. It was just a good goal, to be honest. It wasn't necessarily anyone I can blame for that goal. It was just good play by them. Dean Reed came off the bench as well. Well, 1-1 draw looks like it's going to be, but it's just not good enough. I mean, 22 shots. Only 10 on target and only 1 goal. That's just not... We should not be having 22 shots and only scoring 1 goal. That's the thing. Oh, no. Oh, no. Reed's in. Good tackle, Marco Costa. That's what we like to see from the young Portuguese centre-back who's now sprinting his way up the line as well. Gets the ball back. Here's Ribeiro. Back to Coelho. Is there another twist in this tale, or is this just the end of the game highlights? Luis, ball into the middle. Ribeiro headed into the hands of Batista. It looks like there's not going to be a twist in this tale, isn't it? As the ball gets cleared. To be picked up by Costa. In the corner. Who's going to hold on to it. And there is the full-time whistle. It's a 1-1 draw. It's not an ideal score at all, to be honest. It's not the worst result, don't get me wrong, but we should be doing better than that, to be honest with you. And we've got another game coming up 2 days' time then against International. Let's get straight into that one. And here we go. There's the team to face off against International in the final Champions League group stage match. Now, we have already qualified, so it doesn't really matter too much for us. But in goal, we've got Benjamin Izelli. Remember that I did make a cock up at the beginning of the season, which is why we've got none of our good players for this. We've only got our youngsters. Next up, we've got Tom Coates. He's having a bit of an iffy time, actually, Tom Coates. In the back, we've got Vlad Baluta, the young Moldovan centre-back, who's really improved. He's really proved to me how good he actually is in this competition so far. Arhan Versteeg plays alongside him. Absolutely fantastic player. We have got Usama Lusif up the right, who has impressed me quite a bit in this competition as well. The two centre mids are going to be David Sierra, playing alongside Nuno Coelho. Then we've got up the left, John Darch. We have got through the centre, Athami Garrido, who's been doing pretty well in training so far this season. Up the right, we have gone for João Ferreira, the 18-year-old Cape Verdean winger. I want to see him get some more first-team football. And then up front, we have got Rai Chaintello Zart, who's done pretty well, actually. He's scored a lot of goals so far this season, so we thought we'd give him the opportunity. I don't know why I just clicked that for. I normally do it myself, but I just, yeah, you know. I pressed the wrong button. It is what it is. Right. Don't really matter on the result here. Like I said, we're already through, so not to worry too much. It'd be nice to win the last game of the group stages, don't get me wrong. But it's not the be-all and end-all if we don't. I probably should have rested Coates, to be honest with you. We've got Evans on the bench, so I can do that in the second half. Yeah, because Coates is struggling. Yeah, he's on 77 health already, and Coelho's low on health as well. I always forget to look at the important stuff, don't I? Okay, well, it is what it is, isn't it? Let's keep pushing then. We're dominating the game. 5 shots, only 1 on target. That's the thing that confuses me the most, is just how bad we are sometimes in these situations. Right, Sierra with the free kick to the far post. It's Versteeg, it's Dutch. It's cleared. It's going to be Lusif getting there. Remember, scored a scorcher in the first game of the Champions League. Here's Izelli. Wow, Izelli, what are you up to, mate? It's a hell of a run by Izelli. He plays the ball to Darch. Darch's ball into the middle. It's what? Wow. Well, that was a good goal, wasn't it? Izelli, what a little run that was by the goalkeeper. Playing the ball over the top to Darch. And Darch's cross onto Zwart gets us the goal. Watch this again. Look at this. Look, Izelli. Great ball over the top to Darch. Into the middle, and there's Zwart. Headed into the back of the net. Good times. Right, 1-0 lead. Shows how good some of our young players is, doesn't it, really? The fact that we've had to play them in these competitions and that sort of stuff, it just shows how good they actually are. Is that half time? It is indeed. Let's calmly say that don't get... that's not what I meant to do. Oh, well, it's worked. It's gained focus for them all, so that's good. Right, so... I think it's probably about time that I do make those substitutions and just protect Coates and Nuno Coelho as well. It's going to have to be Babarin, isn't it? But I'm not overly keen on Babarin. I mean, I think I put him on the transfer list, Babarin, now, but that's fine. Izelli's big kick forward. Headed back towards us. Here's Vlak. Lira. Cuts inside, takes a shot. Good save by Izelli. It's a good play, this Izelli, you know. Young goalkeeper. Good future ahead of him. Here's Gableau. Good save by Izelli. He's got the ball once again. Right, 65 gone. We got a throw in. Darch Looking for Syria. It's been, again, Internationale taking the ball straight off us and pushing. We are away from home. They are looking to try and get themselves back in this game. It was a poor first touch, and we've managed to get the ball out. Versteeg. We've got another young Dutch player called Versteeg as well, I noticed the other day. Fantastic stats, 17 years old. Sierra, go on, mate, put it in. Oh. Yeah, fantastic stats, a 17-year-old. I think he'll be getting a lot of football soon as well. Galvão. There's the equaliser. It's a good header from the corner by Nalbert Lira. That's annoying, isn't it? Very annoying. It's a goal. He was very strong at the far post, and it's a hell of a header as well. Thing is, he out-jumped two of our defenders, one of which was Babarin, who I said I wasn't too keen on, and he made us prove me correct there. Again, though, look at that 15 shots, 5 on target, 1 goal. We've got to get a better return than that, surely. Youssef, there we go. Here's Ferreira. Nice, ball out wide, finding Darch. Cuts it back to Evans. Into Babuin. Oh my god, he scored. Vladimir Babarin. There's me said about how I didn't think he was... They always do this. They always... I had the same thing with Lee Thomas, didn't I? When I said that Lee Thomas wasn't good enough and I was going to get rid of him. And then he goes and scores a goal. It's a good bit of play by everyone involved, actually. Darch. Phil Evans sees the movement of Babarin. Took 1 touch. And then with the left boot just slammed it into the top of the net to make it 2-1. Well, Vladimir Babarin with the goal. Do we want to put somebody on just to waste a bit of time? You know, just waste the time and make the the substitute. Manzi comes on. We've got the corner kick. Sierra's ball in. They've caught it. This is not... this is worrying because this is not the final highlight, is it? Because there's 2 minutes left in the game. There's another sting in the tail of this one. Evans heads it clear, but only as far as Lira. Ball played over the top, looking for Aegon across the front. Galvão, Fabio. Oh, bugger. Bugger. Last minute as well. No. It was disallowed, but is it disallowed? I think it was disallowed. It was. I'm confused. This is not a highlight of that, is it? No, this is another attack. So the goal was disallowed for offside. Excellent. Here's João Ferreira coming down the right. Ball into the middle. Headed clear. 20 seconds of the game remains. Just got to hold on, people. Come on. Vlad Baluta heads it clear. Come on, ref. Oh, this is the offside. There we go. It's finally going to show us. There it is. Yeah, it was offside, wasn't it? It was definitely offside. I think that's going to be it. Yes, that's it. Wow, that's a big win, that is. Very big win. Well done, lads. Vladimir Babarin getting the goal, even though I said about how I didn't like him very much. He's not got bad stats, to be honest, but am I getting mixed up with a different Vladimir Babarin? No, it's actually better than the one I'm thinking of. Maybe this is not the one I'm going to get rid of. I don't know. I'm losing track. I've got that many young players. I'm losing bloody track, to be honest. Well done, lads. Good win for us. We've got another game coming up then. We are away at Leeds. This should be pretty cool. Then we're going to have the FIFA Champions League first knockout stage draw. It's going to be a fair old draw, isn't it? So let's get into this then. Right. Ajax versus Sparta Prague. Istanbul versus Napoli. Sporting. Liverpool. River Plate. Manchester United, Fenerbahce, Corinthians, Independiente, Atletico Madrid, Galatasaray, Real Madrid, Sep, Olympiacos, no, Sep is actually, Villarreal, PSG, some big names that are out the way here, Krasnodar Zvezda, PAOK, Lyon, Dynamo Zagreb, Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors versus AZ, Rijeka versus Barcelona, Atlanta, that's our group, versus Tigres. They got a Mexican team. That's pretty good for them. I would have taken the Kazakhstan. The Kazakhstan team qualified. That's amazing. Monaco versus Watford. Watford qualified as well. Standard Liège take on PSV Eindhoven. Leverkusen take on Young Boys. Dynamo Kiev versus Dortmund. Flamingos versus Spurs. Sparta Prague versus Chelsea. Krasnodar versus Shakhtar. Steaua Bucharest. Club Brugge. Boca Juniors. Juventus. We've got to get picked sooner or later, haven't we? Urawa Red Diamonds versus Racing Club. Schalke. Aberdeen. Karabag. Manchester City. San Lorenzo. A lot of Argentinian teams qualified, didn't they? Valencia, Benfica. Newcastle. We've got Benfica then. That's not the easiest one, is it? But it's also not the worst, I don't think. We could have encountered somebody a lot more difficult, couldn't we? Inter versus Porto and Marseille versus Sevilla. Okay. That's not too bad. We get Benfica then home and away. And that's a lot of rearranged games. So where does that sit on our schedule then? That sits... Oh, it hasn't spawned in yet, has it? Or has it? Yeah, no. Oh, bloody hell, it's coming up next. Wow. Well, that got thrown straight in, didn't it? Okay, well, that's changed completely what we're going to do video-wise. Right, we've got Leeds coming up. Then we've got home and away against Benfica in the Champions League. I was looking for January, February, see when that game was going to be, and it's literally in a couple of days' time. Wow. And here we go. Now, I've changed the team a little bit. I've tried to take away some of the younger players that I know will play in the Champions League in the next video. So we're going to go with Thomas Nemec back in goal. At the left, we're going to go with Antonio Luiz, who was fantastic in the previous league game with that great assist. The two at the back are going to be Josh Cleverley alongside Marco Costa. And we've got at right back Magnus Helgesson. The two CDMs are going to be Nicholas Jones, who's wanted. Who are you wanted by? West Ham. I think I'd accept that, to be honest. And also, João Ribeiro plays in midfield as well. Then we have got Joe Williams playing as left wing. We have got Antonio Lazzarini playing through the centre. We have got Lee Thomas playing up the right. And then, of course, we got Brian Santana as the striker. Right, and let's get into this game. It should be a game we should be able to win easily. Leeds are not the strongest team at this point in time. So we should be able to win this and continue our good run in the Premiership. I believe 5 wins and 1 draw so far. Thomas across the Lazzarini. That is a very early opportunity within 15 seconds, almost getting a goal. It's everywhere. Oh, almost. Oh, freaking most. It looked close there for a second, didn't it? Very, very close. Right, 11 minutes in. We are dominating. Ball across. It's headed clear. Nemec, man, good save. I worried there for a second. Really, really worried for a second. Good header. Clear by Williams. Lazzarini brings it out, but it's not enough to continue on the highlight. So yeah, Benfica in a couple of days' time. It looks like we're not going to get a chance to resubmit a new squad for the competition, which means we're not going to win the Champions League. We're going to struggle to get much further, I think, because we can't use a lot of our best players because I didn't register them properly. Because I'm obviously very, very good at this game. Yeah. I know, it's embarrassing. Lazzarini now on the ball. And to Ribeiro, back to Lazzarini. There's Lee Thomas. There's the shot. Oh, curves just wide. Just wide. Yeah, there's a few players I would consider letting go. I think Thomas. Basically all the English players. Gregory's not very good. We don't really use Gregory. John Darch has not been that great for us either. There's Williams has not been that fantastic either. And there's a goal for Mathis Gallard for Leeds to make it 1-0. Ugh. I think both Nemec and Corbett are two goalkeepers that I could let go. I'm not completely against letting them both go and playing Izeli as the number one choice, to be honest with you. We've got some really good young goalkeepers. Izeli is not a bad keeper at all. He's maybe not quite as high level as the other two, but give him a season or two of first team football, I think he'd be right up there. But we need to do better than this. This is not good enough. Right, we've got a free kick. Lazarini's ball in. Cleverly, it's over the top. Come on, guys. It's going to be half-time at 1-0 down away at Leeds. This is not a good result, this at all. Say assertively, where's your passion to even win this game? It has not really affected them. I thought that would get them going, that one, but... We're going to have to make some changes, aren't we? I didn't really want to play some of these players in this game, but it looks like we're going to have to. Right. Let's drop Lazzarini back to here. Make you that. We're going to change Jones to there. We're going to bring on Zwart, who's in a good goal scoring form at the moment. You can come on. We're also going to bring on Nuno Coelho in place of Thomas. And hopefully that will spark some life into this team. We're also going to go attacking. And I'm also going to demand more. There we go. That's a big amount of things I've just changed. So hopefully one of those things is going to do. Their goalkeeper's doing well and their centre-back's doing well. So it shows we are probably dominant. We are. 16 shots, 11 on target. We're losing 1-0. That's the problem. Right, here comes Luis forward with the ball. There's Santana out wide to Williams. Williams hooks the ball in. He's done it again. He's done it again. Right chain Tello Zwart has headed the ball into the back of the net and he's got us back in this game 1-1. What a man. What a dude. There's Williams' cross and Zwart heads it in. His 9th goal of the season. And there we go. We're back in this one. But can we get a winner? Can we get a winner, do you think? We've got a corner. Lazarini's ball in. Zwart headed it right into the hands of the keeper. Preston Bournemouth's 3-4? 4-3, huh? It's 4-2 now. How did that work? Are they back to front, those? Oh, what is that? Costa, man, how did you mess that up? You're lucky that Nemec is having one today, aren't you? Yes, we could either get a really good goalkeeper. It keeps... The scouts keep trying to tell us to sign who is, in real life, Oblak from Atletico Madrid. I've not gone for it as yet because we've got the two keepers we've got. It wouldn't be a bad idea because both Corbett and Nemec are both wanted. And I don't think we've really got the best keepers we could possibly get. If they both got sold, we brought in the Oblak guy from Atletico for 100 million and he would be the number one choice. He's 27, 28 I think. So it would give our other young keepers a chance to develop for a couple of years. Looks like it's going to be another 1-1 draw here, doesn't it? Unless we can do something special here. Coelho bringing the ball forward. He's kept it. Out wide to Helgason. Good ball into the middle. It's headed clear. And it's just played into space. Bit of time wasted there from Leeds. They know this is a good point for them against the current Premiership champions. Antonio Luiz. There's Lazzarini. Here's Ribeiro. Big ball forward. And there is the full-time whistle. That is, again, disappointing. Their goalkeeper got man of the match, though. So it does mean they probably did do pretty well. But let's just say you weren't good enough today. Simple as, you were not good enough. Right, so I'm not going to play anything off camera now, then, am I? Because we've got to come back and play the Champions League first knockout stage against Benfica. Away first, then at home. It's going to be tricky, like I said, because we can't register any players. I still can't believe I messed that registration up. That's so annoying. So yeah, it's still going to be quite annoying because of that. But we'll see how far we can get. I don't think we're going to go ahead and win it this year, but it was never the plan to win it this early anyway, to be honest. The further we get, the better, really. And this year was all about just trying to scrape ourselves into the Champions League. We went and won the Premiership, so it's a crazy one. There will be some big changes, I think, once again in January. I'm looking at some things, like I said, some players we want to move around. Even more games moving around. Premier Cup and so forth, is it? Let's have a look at our schedule now, make sure nothing's changed. No, we've got the 2 games against Benfica, and then we have Southampton. Then we've also got the second leg of the Southampton Premier Cup there, and the first leg is down here. But look at these fixtures. Look, the 2nd, the 4th, the 7th, the 9th, the 11th, the 13th, 15th, 20th, 22nd, 25th, 28th, and 30th. That's a hell of a January, isn't it? It's a hell of a January. But we'll be back then for you tomorrow as we play against Benfica, home and away, and then Southampton in the Premiership. I've been Sheba Gamer. Thank you much for watching. See you next time. Bye.